I've never been the biggest Super Nintendo kind of guy, to be honest. I mean, some of my favorite games of all time are on the console, for sure, but I kind of overall just prefer the Nintendo 64 and GameCube simply because I think that their libraries are overall better. That's not to say the Super Nintendo era wasn't interesting, however. The more primitive design from back in the NES was polished out to be made way more fair than it was, and a lot of cool things were now possible with the new hardware. The Mario series especially went through a very interesting experience. We saw Square Enix take the first jab at making a Mario RPG, which we would later see tons of in the form of Paper Mario and Mario & Luigi. We had the very first Mario Kart as well, and edutainment games featuring the plumber were now all over the place. There was even Yoshi's Safari, which is a shooter game where you ride Yoshi using the Super Nintendo's equivalent to the NES Zapper, which was the Super Scope. But the most interesting little detour Nintendo took with the Mario games on the Super Nintendo was easily Mario Paint for me. It was one of the only games on the Super Nintendo to actually utilize that Super Nintendo mouse add-on, and unlike the other Mario games on the system which attempted to have fresh and fun action gameplay, Mario Paint is an art creation tool that attempted to spark creativity among children. It inspired tons of people who became professional artists themselves, and for what Mario Paint is, a 1992 art tool released on a 16-bit video game console, it's amazing. Looking back today, however, with the tons of art programs we have on computers, it's very primitive. That doesn't mean it isn't charming though, right? Is Mario Paint worth buying if you're a collector? Is there still fun to be had out of this cartridge? Let's find out. Let's begin with the very first thing you see in any video game. The title screen. It looks boring and plain as hell, right? Well, you're wrong. You can click the letters and they do cool things. It's pretty fun. If you wait long enough at the title screen, you'll even hear Totaka's song, which would appear in many other Nintendo games as a little Easter egg. So you click Mario to begin, and then this happens, I guess? Oh well, now we're immediately put into the game. You can, of course, draw. It feels pretty awkward and dated, but it's mainly due to the fact that the SNES mouse is a mechanical mouse. They at least had the decency to pack the game with a mouse pad as well, so, you know, you get a nice flat surface. Drawing is pretty standard, and it's what you'd expect. You can fill the page up with stamps and stuff, whether they be built-in or even made by yourself. Oh, and you can write some text out too if you want. You can create shapes and shit, or just do some good old-fashioned drawing, or painting, whatever. Of course, with options to change brush size and color as well. I just kinda went apeshit and drew whatever, including the little avatar for my channel. Please subscribe. There's even a coloring book section, which includes a few different drawings you can color in. It's not that interesting. You could bring your art to life via the animation mode, which is actually pretty damn cool to see considering the year that this was released. You can even make a set path for your animation to travel along. Yeah, I didn't take this mode too seriously either, huh? You could change the mouse speed too. Hallelujah, since the starting one is slow as shit. You can also change the music. All of the tunes are pretty catchy, not gonna lie. My personal favorite is this one, fittingly called Monkeys. Easily one of the most popular features is the music making. There's a good chance you've heard remixes of some of your other favorite video game songs on YouTube made with this. I have literally no musical talent, so this is what my shit tends to sound like. All joking aside though, people have done some legitimately very impressive things with this music mode, which is pretty awesome. Want to save your drawings and music? Have fun waiting a long ass time for this robot thing to do its job then. Alright, it's pretty understandable, I guess. This is all being saved to a Super Nintendo cart. And hey, doesn't that music sound a little familiar? If you click this steaming hot mug, you're taken to Gnat Attack? It's a game where you swat flies with your mouse and avoid projectiles coming at you. It's as simple as that. There's even a boss fight. Seriously though, why the mug? Oh, and when you die you make this sound. At surface level, Mario Paint may seem like to you a standard primitive art tool, But beneath the surface, there's little bits and pieces sprinkled throughout that remind us of that Nintendo charm. From the wacky and weird types of instruments to the Easter eggs and other fun features, Mario Paint is a silly, yet fun game. You know, with quotation marks and all. Guess it's not alone in that respect in terms of Super Nintendo cartridges, considering that we got a home banking system for the console. I digress though. So, does this game deserve a spot in your collection? Yeah, sure, why not? The loose cart is shockingly cheap as hell, along with the mouse, so as long as you've got a Super Nintendo, I highly recommend you pick this one up. Thank you guys for watching. I know this one was a bit shorter than the last two, but I just wanted something smaller to kind of squeeze in since I have some more meatier videos planned. I've been having fun with this new content in general, so that's pretty cool. Leave a like if you enjoyed and comment telling me your thoughts on the game. I also encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I do have a few more planned to release within the next few months, so keep an eye out for them. I'll hopefully see you all again soon, and bye.